communist, and he said, "Beat it, son." I was just a kid, because there are mostly adults around. I said, "No, I want to hear what you've got to say." He said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I don't believe what the Republicans say about the Democrats or what the Democrats say about the Republicans. I want to hear from a communist what communism is." He said, "You can stay." So after about an hour, I said, "I want to ask you 10,000 questions." He said, "You'll have to go to the YCL." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Young Communist League." I said, "Where are they?" And he gave me an address, and I went there. And there were kids about 10 years old to 17, and they were reading Dostoevsky's book, such as Crime and Punishment, 10-year-olds. They were much brighter than the average child I've ever met. And I stayed there for about an hour. Then I asked the questions. How are you going to prevent corruption in the future? They said, "Well, when that time comes, we'll work on it." How are you going to house the masses? "Well, we'll work on that when that time comes." I said, "Let's start a technical branch and work on those problems." So the lead guy said to me, "You're deviating from the teachings of Marx. You'll have to leave." I said, "I didn't come here to hurt anybody. I came here to help. I would help any group of people." So the vice president of the Young Communist League got up and said, "Let's hear him out." And they kicked us both out. So that was the end of my attempt to reach the communists.
Okay.
Then
Can I just interrupt there? Because those questions you just asked those communists, I'm going to ask you those same questions later with regard to your plans.
Google's driverless car has driven 700,000 miles without an accident. Even the best humans have accidents before they get to 700,000 miles.
All of us are beginning to be able to speak to our machines, whether they're cell phones or computers, and have them understand what we're saying. That would have been science fiction a few years ago, but now the machines are able to carry out our instructions and even respond back to us in computer synthesized voices.
I think 10, 20 years from now, there will be very few areas, maybe none, where human judgment is better than machine judgment.
So the computers will eventually be put in charge of everything except human behavior.
Technology can eliminate critical life or death errors. A machine, instead of humans, fills the prescriptions.
The robot gives a huge amount of confidence because we know that pharmacists and pharmacy technicians are incredibly skilled people, but they're humans and they will occasionally make mistakes. You know, we give something like 3 million doses of drug in 3 months here, so even a 1% error rate is far too high.
And so eventually you're going to get to computerized government, and that's for the end of corruption, because they don't have ambition. Computers don't say, "I'd like to be president of the world. I want to control people." They don't have a gut reaction.
If utilized in this global systems approach, we could surpass the practice of political decisions based on power and advantage.
And even computer experts are writing books now on the machine takeover. Watch out. They're not going to take over. They're going to be assigned the decision making.
I'm not worried about the machines getting angry and taking over. I'm worrying about people maybe getting angry if we don't figure out an equitable way to use these technologies to create shared prosperity.